It's the Cable League. MTGO Show.
Interesting. There's a reanimate and a swords. Both excellent pack one, pick ones. We're going to do the swords here. Naturally. Take the swords over the reanimate. Get past Demonic Tutor, Grizzlebrand, Exhume. Okay. I think it's unlikely that I finish this draft. Just based on my personal energy level. Got day 3 of CubeCon to GM tomorrow. This has been a fun stream, though. A little shorty and sweet cube action. Think about Overlord and Chain Lightning. I like Chain Lightning because it's so mana efficient. Overlord plays really well with the blink effects and stuff that you kind of want to pick up. And then sometimes it's just nice to have a 7-drop, right? Like you're in the late game, you're like, oh, this fucking card's in here, and you just cast it and get to win. Hey, thanks, Mio. Hope you have a good time dancing. Oh, let's fucking big mana. Let's big Boros this shit. Get like a Mana Vault or something in here, Grim Monolith. Maybe even play some sweepers. Little fetch action. Now that's a guitar solo, I tell you what. Now that's a synth solo, I tell you what. So Magda technically ramps a bit. I think I'd rather have a walker, like a controlling type walker. Tell me bridge me into late game. Let's have like a vulnerable 2-drop. Do you like that jacked rabbit? FOMO can loot to help you land drops. Yeah, I always preferred Mango to Oz's instrumentals. Blade Blast Fireball. Pretty sweet to Atali into. I've got a Sickness, Salty Rutabaga. And the only cure is more Atali. Well, Chain Lightning is certainly better than Burst Lightning. But Lauren's some nice value if it connects. Hey, here we go. Exactly the sort of mana rock I was looking for. It wheels a solid amount, but there's nothing here that I really care about. I want this Wrath, but I want this Elspeth even more. Card does a lot. I actually kind of like this Prism, in terms of getting up to 7. Probably going to grab the Currency Converter. Maybe I should be drafting City Traders. Probably not, but maybe. Atali's a healthy addiction. It's free spells. Yeah, the first hit's free, and the second hit, and if you blink it, the third and fourth hit, and all the other hits after that. How's it going, Amy? Let's get this Parallax Wave in here. We got some good ones to blink out of our own, like Parallax Wave, blink out your Fury, your Atali, your Overlord stuff. You got to play some Paper Magic tonight. That's always great. Are you considering coming out to CubeCon some year? Nice. I wonder if the con would cover your hotel and stuff. Featured creator type deal. They do that sometimes. You have friends in Madison you can stay with? Nice. Thinking about the Inti, thinking about that Tarn. I like how Inti and Currency Converter play together. I think I'm gonna grab the Tarn. Oh, there's a Fixer. Little Throbbing Inspector thing here. Absolutely, Captain Maple Syrup. I got to draft one of the 2 mono red cubes. It was my 3rd time drafting it, and every time I draft it, I do something different. It's just like a large amount of depth in that cube. A lot of interesting things you can do. And there's still a few other archetypes in there that I want to try. I haven't drafted the big artifacts or big mana deck yet. You like that I go to CubeCon, then come home to play more Cube? I am doing the 365. I'm gonna be real. If I was not doing the 365, I would not be streaming right now. Hey, Polymorphic, thanks for 47 months. Appreciate it. But it's kind of fun to catch up with chat. Talk about cubes I've drafted. Jam a few. Make sure folks aren't forgetting about me. Yeah, the Glorybringer would be hot, but I think I want these sweepers. I think I want to be kind of controlling. Because we deserve the Caleb content? Yes! The people have demanded more Caleb content. And the people get what they deserve. Because the world is a pure meritocracy. Wait, what? I guess Evora also plays well with Currency Converter, and we have a bit more control over it than in Team. We'll scoop that one. My deck in the Pioneer Cube today was particularly sweet. It was, yeah. I needed a few... Well, I needed to mulligan a little bit less in the finals, but I also needed some counters for that matchup. Would have gone a long way. I only saw a couple over the course of the draft. But yeah, I liked all the card draw and little synergies and stuff. That was fun. Fun deck to play for sure. So Bone Crusher is really good. That's what I went to at first, but this is my talisman in my stupid Boros ramp deck. Better grab that one. Oh, hello, Ragavan. Ragavan can also ramp you sometimes. Got a couple removal spells to push it through. I assume you were on commentary, Ross? Yeah, I saw they brought in commentary teams digitally this time. Pretty fun. I'm gonna grab the Crocus. Crocus is too fucked up to pass, but the Chandra also ramping you, and also being a draw engine and removal spell, like it fits this deck better than usual. And we do have Thespian Stage and Dark Depths, which is a bit random here, but something we could do. Kind of like the Screaming Nemesis, actually. We already have a couple sweepers here. A little haste action. Should get that counter spell in the control deck. Yeah, I talked to BK a little bit about it. He said depending on the response, they might go digital next year. They might go back to doing in person. One thing that he really liked about the digital teams was then he doesn't have to like pay for the like the flights and the hotels for the commentary team. I think I'm supposed to grab Containment Priest here, huh? With my Parallax Wave. That makes sense to me. I was hoping to get a plateau for my double red fetch here. The Surveil Land would actually be the best over like actual plateau. This deck would love that little bit of filtering. The thing you like about remote coverage is doing it in your sweatpants. Yeah, that's nice, right? And then you're not like spending X amount of time in a plane and stuff, and then you don't have to deal with jet lag. Certainly worth something. I don't actually like Painlands as much in decks with curves that go all the way up. You're just way less likely to want to actually sack your land. I'm tempted by the Soul Cauldron. I kind of feel like random decks should just be jamming Soul Cauldron a lot of the time. Being able to cube once you're off would also be sweet. Yeah, that's true, Ross. That's true. All right. Maybe I'll actually cut one of these sweepers. Cut the Sunfall. Got a little loot sub-theme going on with the Converter, the Evora, the Season Pyromancer, even the Relic activation. Couple cross synergies there. Sweet looking deck. Yeah, I think it's going to play fine. A Flage would have been really nice here. Flage and Fable would have been up there. Do I want a Suplex or do I want a Soul Guide Lantern? I think I'd rather have the Lantern. Against the right opponent, I can board in 2 sweepers now. That's something. Yeah, Currency Converter is one of my favorite cube cards. Very cool. All right, what you all know about Barrett's Privateers? Oh, my beers are empty. This is an excellent drinking song. So I'm going to pour some of this delicious gin into this empty moonshine jar. The circle of life shall continue. Yeah, this is the ultraviolet edition of McQueen and the Violet Fog. It's a little sweet for a gin, but I do like it a lot. All right. Wait, they want me to favor... This is way over favoring white. We got like Season Pyromancer here. Closer? Yeah, it's probably fine. Do you just slam Rabbit on 2? It's so much worse than if you make it larger. What's Ravenous? X has to be like 5, right? I think it's a lot. There's way 2 more turns to get to draw a card. There's like no chance that it lives. Might as well chill, huh? Yeah, all of those are on the playlist. Goroshatan. I don't know if you just want me to listen to the same 3 songs over and over, but it's not as exciting as it sounds. Leovold's so fucked up. It'd be sweet to Crocus Bakatali for repeat casts. You son of a bitch, Grief. Well, it kind of looks like we're going to get to serve with the rabbit, huh? Unless they have Dismember here. Okay. Fair enough. I guess I run this out. Possible I'm supposed to chill on it until they play another reanimation effect. But then it would have been burned when I drew this card, huh? Actually, I'm going to exile the Atali. I'll get burned if they play a draw 7. They would have shuffled it back in, but if they play a reanimation effect, then this will be much better. In the Stan Rogers documentary, they go around and just like interview a bunch of people asking about Stan Rogers and their thoughts on him and stuff. And one of the people they ask is this old fisherman who'd been in a shipwreck, and he was clinging to his boat, right? Clinging to his fucking boat. He had called for help. It's in the middle of a storm. He's like holding on to like the wreckage of his livelihood, holding on for dear life. And he just thinks of this song, and it starts playing in his head. And he credits it with giving him the strength to like hold on through the storm until help finally shows up. Music's fucking wild, man. Always loot. Alright, I'm gonna need to answer this Riddler real quick. Riddle me this. Oh, the enemy dead was already dead because of the Containment Priest. Oh, fair enough. His death was a loss to the world, I guess. Everyone dies sometimes, right? Could save the priest. I think we're just gonna let it die. Don't really want to lose a Parallax Wave counter. And let them have their Sphinx back a little sooner. You're planning to live forever? Me too. Like, sure, other people have died. I've never fucking died. Oh, we get to fizzle their fucking spell. Because they only had one target for this, so now they don't get to draw 2 cards. Whamp, whamp. Yeah, other people have died before, but I mean, I haven't, right? That's the data. Data leads me to think that I'm probably going to live forever. So, I didn't play that one perfect, but it didn't matter. No Caracas activation thrifting. They were trying to bounce Ragavan and draw 2, so I just tapped my Caracas and bounced the Ragavan instead. And then fizzled their spell. Twitch is struggling today. I've heard that, yeah. My apologies. They mean actual Twitch, Crotash, yeah. Sometimes the Aura pops off, especially if you pair with other loot effects. Beat this looting and such. Yeah, me. Yeah. Yeah, let them draw another one. Why not? They deserve it. Now, this is going to be the third draw, so the Master Fairy here isn't going to trigger. Well, Elspeth's not going to live very long, but maybe that's okay. Maybe that's just fine. Oh shit, we got 2 blood tokens because of the Elspeth. That's pretty hot. Alright. It doesn't make sense that Evora is so strong. Why not? We did show him swords the other day. But yeah, I like splitting it. If I had a swords, I would have killed the Emperor in response to activation. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Blast Geek thinks the 89 months there. I want to like Skyclave and then blink it out with a Parallax Wave. But I don't know if I should be hitting like the Emperor or the One Ring here. It's like, is those One Ring on my side, right? They take 1, go to 8. Doesn't feel like that much life. I guess I'll help them out. And they have a Fogs. There's no reason to serve with Evora here. They got that One Ring Fog going. Yeah, right, Street Rat? I like this tune a lot. In a good mood, great tune. In a terrible mood, still a great tune. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Street Rat Roger. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for 72 months. Have I ever killed someone through the ring? Oh, yeah. Plenty of times in Modern. Do like 2 more damage if I bounce Leovold and loot. I think I'll just be happy with this. You sure we can come to an agreement? An arrangement. An arrangement, Hitachi. You fool. Resolves. Close, very close. Gonna see what this Sheldock has hidden. Probably something fucking awesome. Wheel of Fortune. Alright. I have a response. Krakus is so fucked. What a fucked Magic card. What were they thinking? Hey, thanks, Oratog. Or, I mean, you're welcome. You're welcome, Oratog. Glad you had a good day at CubeCon. Excuse me. Not gonna lie, it looks like a tough one for the opponent. It's a good start. I win! This Elspeth's been really impressive, though. Good-ass walker right there. Yeah, I would keep this hand if I specifically knew my opponent was on Reanimator, right? We're gonna send it back, of course. The Temple Gardens is so that Wooded Foothills can fetch white. We really need some mana here. We need the converter to ramp to draw me a land that I can bid to the converter and then keep drawing lands. But if I loot into a land here, then I'll be able to Wandering Emperor on my turn 3. A creature version of Elspeth. Maybe a Flipwalker, huh? Nice. Right, that's what I was thinking is Andime. I don't think this is going to resolve. Sitting there with all that mana up. Oh shit! Oh shit! Exile your frog! So you're saying there's a chance. Oh shit. I'm suddenly less excited. Kind of an awkward one to play off the top of the opponent's deck, because if they kill it, it'll be in their graveyard and they can get it back for value later. Before she sparked, she was just some kid, not the cool warrior she would become. Well, the card would show the transition of that, right? You'd have like a 1-mana 1/2 kid, and then the flip side, it'd be like if Shazam was a fucking magic card, right? But wait, there's more. So we have 5 toughness represented, and they're gonna have. Okay. I think we're going to like 3 here. Fair enough. Well murdered. Yeah, I think Containment Priest was the only card that would have bailed me out there. Yeah, ideally we'd be facing like some creature pile. I might bring in Sunfall anyway. Or Dam here. Just something that can clean up worm tokens. Or kill a frog, huh? And then Fireball doesn't look great. I guess I'm playing like Luminarch. What about Haywire Might? We do only have that Temple Garden and Currency Convert. We got a few different treasure things. Yeah. We'll try this. Parallax Wave is pretty good against Sneak. Well, I guess it's okay. I'm probably supposed to be becoming more aggressive instead of like doubling down on sweepers and stuff. Just more early game threats. I have some in the sideboard. Could be jamming. Yeah, fair enough. Attributes Moon. Fair enough. Yeah, I'm still waking up too. I had an energy drink, but I am not really feeling it. Maybe I'll crack open a soda. Why not? Hey, fair enough. If my vote means anything at all, it's Justice Track is one of the all-time great. Electronic tracks. You could Bone Crusher and run out the 4/3 here, and that would use your removal a little bit more efficiently. But attacking for 6 versus attacking for 4, right? Pretty big difference there. Also, I don't think I should have boarded out my. I cut a piece of Graveyard Hate, but they've got like Frog and Black Mana. They're probably doing Reanimator stuff too. Lantern should still be in. That's some tired Caleb shit right there. Hello. Tokens, please. Stress is a hell of a track, yeah. Almost looks like she's thinking about which one to reanimate. No, she's taking the Fury. I'm pretty excited about that, actually. Mostly because of this Parallax Wave. The Fury does clean up my board better. Like, Archon would just make me sack like a single token, and then Elspeth could downtick on the Archon. So I understand why she's doing this. Like, she gets to clear all that, and then the Skyclave gives her a token. Is this, like, kind of uniquely bad against this Parallax Wave is all. How do I want to go about this? Now we do have some, like, reasonable pressure next turn, huh? If I just start antheming with Elspeth. Well done, humanity. Round time, 46 minutes. Then because I played the Vantage out last turn, the Flame Sash will be discarded by the Archon. A little awkward. God, one fucking damage away, I mean, they need to do something fucked up here. Or the Parallax Wave bins, and then the Fury clears the Hull Breacher anyway. Archon can gain 3 life and make me sack a token, and they're still dead, right? Perfect timing there, huh? Oh shit, what up? Hey, your face. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 6 months there. Appreciate it. Once again, 3 we go. It's like more early game threats here and a little bit more pressure, huh? Probably how I should have boarded originally. Parallax Wave looks really good against him, against her. Sure. The issue with this draw is that it doesn't have any way of interacting with Frog. But what are you going to do? Lose to a Frog? That's kind of the issue with Frog, right? Like, maybe you mold to a hand that has an answer to the Frog, and they just, like, don't even have the Frog. Okay. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Crocus is so fucked up. The last song that we were listening to, it was Yashima Evyanica by Subterranean Masquerade. If you look up their album Mountain Fever, it's the one Hebrew track they sing on that song, on that album. That's a great album. Up too early? Yeah. I mean, I've been getting up, like, I've been at KubeCon by 8 a.m. for the past, like, 4 days, so this is actually pretty pleasant. Like, waking up, playing a tournament in my own home. Got a good night's rest. My brain's still revving up, but Fuck. Yeah, I don't have a ton of answers to the sneak attack. There are some answers. There's not no answers. I've got like the 3-mana 2/2 that could exile it. I've got like Containment Priest in here. Drew with Lantern and drew Parallax Wave. I could run it out. I don't really want to crack my Lantern though. No main deck changes for the blue-black deck? Nope. No, I was pretty happy with the main deck. I assume Jace is getting looted away here. Although, sneaking in Jace is pretty good against Karakas. Uh-oh. We got a standard match here. Well, we're in game 3 of this one. It's probably fine. Let's just scoop this and, like, focus on the other match. I'm down for that. For an into season Pyromancer could be sweet in terms of pressure. I need them to not have a removal spell for the Evora. I'm certainly not going to, like, wait to run out the Evora when I have Karakas up. Not when you don't really know the nature of the matchup. You kind of just want to jam, just kind of want to apply pressure. If they kill it, it's a bummer, but, like, we got our value blood token. We want to play Pyromancer next turn anyway. Concerning. You didn't open the bulk of them yet? Gotcha. How many runs did you do? I've only played 2 Dungeon a couple of times. And I had, like, a reasonable time each time, but that's not something that I, like, actively seek out. For those that don't know, I've described True Dungeon as, like, an escape room for nerds. Basically, you have character sheets, and then you can use these little chips as items to, like, give yourself special abilities and skills, just like in a regular D&D campaign, right? But you're just, like, slotting them into your character, and then you run the dungeon with your party, just like a group of friends. In each room, they have, like, a puzzle or a combat scenario or something with, like a small dex check. And you just zippity-doo-dah-day on through. And then if you complete the whole dungeon, then you get treasure at the end, those chips that you use to augment your character. So people collect them. Some of them are worth quite a bit of money. And it's got its own little mini economy. I kind of want to concede here, rather than watch them play with their kitten a whole bunch. I think that's fine. D&D meets escape room, yeah. I didn't bring in Copperline Gorge last time I brought in the Galvanic Blast. Could even bring in, or not Galvanic Blast, the Haywire Mite. Could even bring in Manamorphose, have like one more random green source. I think I like that. Try this out. Fuck, huh? Turn 1 Ragavan would be great here. Next year, you hope to go back and do some CubeCon stuff, too? Oh, cool. You had a great time this year. Oh, yeah. They do the day badge thing every year, and basically you just, like, show up and jam side event cubes and stuff. Sunday's a really good day to just go show up and jam cubes with folks. Or if you're going to Gamehole Con and you want to spend your whole time at Gamehole Con doing D&D stuff, a lot of people show up on Wednesday for CubeCon and go to Misty Mountain Games. And there'll just be like tables and tables of folks jamming cube. If you want to squeeze one more day of gaming into your schedule, that's an option too. Yeah, no interaction here. Very similar kind of mopey draw to our last game. We'll see. Academy, huh? Yeah, I'd be surprised if they didn't have something here, Fiery Confluence. That's pretty good. That's a pretty good answer. All right, high board, bye board. What's our best rip? Maybe a Johnny. Yeah, they have to tap either Starting Town or Talisman for a red here. That's a dream and a half right there, Roro. That's a dream and a half. We're just getting back our Pyromancer in there end of turn. I can't think of Ariana Grande without thinking of Hot Pockets now. I don't know if any of y'all remember that individual. He was a Magic streamer for like a year or two and mostly posted replays and stuff. And he would do all of these promotional things where he would do giveaways for like a booster pack, or I think he was angling for like a Hot Pocket sponsorship, so he would give away like Hot Pockets and stuff. And he was just like always posting like, you have to follow me and such, and to be eligible for the giveaway. And then he would get like really mad if people would unfollow him after the giveaway. He'd just get furious and like, we had a contract. Oh man. But he got he breached containment. He got online infamous for kind of just being the worst. There was a shooting at a Ariana Grande show, and he made this fucking rancid like Starbucks joke about her name, and it was not great. The internet did not take kindly. And then he had one more moment of infamy where the shop he was at had some like briefly had like 0.01 cent or whatever listed for some like $100 item. And he brought it up to the cashier and he was like, "You have to honor this." And they were like, "They were just changing the prices, man. Like, what are you doing?" Not a super stable individual, it seemed. Oh shit, what up? Hey, Quinn Toxic, thanks for the sub, thanks for 15 months. I guess we're still plugging away at this deck, huh? I think LSV had like the sickest take on that human being. Referred to him as like a human spam bot or something. Cheburasheka is deep on the lore. It was a tag for the non-functioning display unit, not even the actual item he wanted to buy. Jeebers. When was it? That's spread out over several years. I don't remember his actual name, Syrup, but he was referred to as Hot Pockets in the Magic community due to those promotions I was mentioning. Am I supposed to wave this kitten? Or save all my wave tokens for Iconoclast? Probably should have blinked the Iconoclast in response to the cat hum. Oh, thank you. That has to have been a misclick, they meant to loot themselves. I think I'm Burst Lightning here, too. Just like the instant speed. Like, I think Flame Slash is actually bad against them. Seems like you really want to have the instant speed removal spell for their cat. Hey, good morning, Salty Rutabaga. 2014, 2015 when he was streaming. I think it was a bit later than that, Overmaster. Because that's right when I got started. I think he was more like 2016, 2017. I think he was like pre-arena. I could be wrong, you know. My memory's not amazing. I don't know what's going on over there. Did they concede? Yeah, they targeted me with Dak on accident and then scooped. Once hit an opponent with Time Warp on accident. That sounds like the worst. Well, I hope they have Fiery Confluence for their sake. Else this Elspeth's gonna be real nasty next turn. That does not look like a Fiery Confluence to me. Got a little bit of damage in there. Hey, get Stash. Thanks for the sub. Thanks for the 72 months there. Appreciate it.